Hello, good morning. Um, Based on request, I'm doing this video to talk about again finance model, and I want to look at in this video is basically the finance school income. Now, on this school income, if you click on when you open the portal and go to Finance Manager, you're going to see these different menus. And on the different menus, we have the school income, the expenditure, payroll and reports. So if you look at the school income, we have the defined fees. Basically, what you do in these defined fees is to define the different kind of fees that you receive from the student. For example, here we have already defined a lot of fees. So we have things like club wear, art book, host, graduation fee, notebook and textbook, science books, cardigan, and the rest of it. So look at the different fees that we have defined, including we have the school fees, we have the registration. This registration stands for registration form for those that come into the school for the first time. So, and how to define field again is just simply like if I want to define something, let's say I want to define tuition, I'll just simply type tuition and click save. That is basically how to define field. So that is how we define all these ones that we have here. Just type the name and sub save. You can also type description, but it's not really important. So the most important thing is just to type the fee name. So after doing that, you set your fees. Now, when you're setting your fee, when you want to set your fees, you go to set fees. Another set fees, you select the fees that you want to set. For example, now this is 2024-2025 academic session, and this is first term. Now, I want to set fee, for example, for club, where I'll select the fee I want to set, and I'll select the academic year, which is 2024-2025, and term is first term, and leave it as compulsory. So we now select the class that we want to set fee for. For example, if you want to say if this thing, the fee is the same thing for basic 1 to basic 5, I just click on basic 1 and I'll scroll to basic 5 and hold down shift key on the keyboard and press basic 5. So that enables me to select basic 1 to basic 5 at the same time. Then I'll enter the amount. And remember, when you're entering the amount, you just have to, let's say, for example, the amount is 20,000. Just enter 20,000. Don't put comma, don't put dot, just 20,000 like that. And the system is going to format it by itself. So that is actually how to enter fee. So you just do it same thing. That after entering the club where you do art book, you do for all the fees that you want to set for this basic 1 to basic 5, you just enter it. Now, if the payment is different per class, so you have to do it class by class. In that case, let's say basic 1 is paying 20,000, basic 2 is paying 21,000. You do for basic 1, then you click on basic 2, you set it to 21,000 and you do for basic 2. That is actually how to do it. Now, we have already set up the fees here, so I don't want to do it again. So this is how to do it. And after setting it, you see the fees by this side of the screen. And but if you want to see the fees that you have already set up, all you just need to do is to go to view fees. But if you come back to set fees again, it will be blank. But if you go to view fees, you'll be able to see the fees that you have already set up. So if I select, let's say, basic 2024-2025 academic session, and select first term, and the class I want to look at is basic 1, subclass is all, I click continue. I'm going to see all the fees that I set for this particular class. Like you have registration fee, you have the school fees, uniform, sportswear, Friday wear, club wear, cardigan host, notebook, and textbook. So this is actually how to set up the fees. But now there are some issues that arose in a situation whereby some of the fees are not supposed to be paid by everyone in the class. And like for example, we have registration. Okay, let's say for basic 2 as an example. In basic 2, let's say we have registration, and this registration is only for those that are just coming to the school for the first time, and normally it's going to be applicable to every child in basic 2. So how do we handle that to make sure that this registration is only applicable to those that are new students, only applicable to new students? Why our returning students will not have registration in their fee? So to do that, we have to go to what we call remove fee item. So if you click on remove fee item, what it's going to do for us is we're going to identify those that are not supposed to pay this fee and remove this fee item from them. So we are using our basic 2 as an example. So let's click on basic 2, and again, remember that in each of these form, you must select your year, the term, the class. And the year we are working with is 2024-2025, and the time is first term. Then the class is bit 2A. So when we click on it, we are going to see all the students in basic 2A. All the students in basic 2A. So in this all the students in basic 2A, let's say for example, if I don't want to have cardigan, let's say cardigan is only for new students, and I don't want to have it for all the students, all I need to do is I'll go to cardigan and click on this icon, it will remove it for everybody. Let's assume all of them are old student, returning students, and I just have like two that are joining basic two and they are going to buy a cardigan. All I need to do is I'll select, let's say this person and this person are new students. I'll just select this and I'll select this. So in this case now, when I'm making the payment, it's going to show me that cardigan is only applicable to these two students and the rest will not have anything to do with cardigan. For example, let's look at something. Now look at the name. We have 6248 and 6242. 6248 and 6242. Let's say for example we go to generate, sorry, we go to configure student fee. Let's use that. Configure student fee and we have first term 2022, 2020, 2024, 2025 and we are looking at basic 2A. If you look at this class now, you'll find out that cardigan is empty for the rest of the class. And it's only the 6248 and 6242 have cardigan 9000. In that same way, if you go to where you want to um receive payment from them, this is receive payment in a situation whereby you want to receive payment. If you go to receive payment from them and you look at basic 2A, now that 6248 and 6242, you realize that their fee will be different from the rest of the class. Like here we have 6248, amount due is 127,300. 6242 is 127,300. Now the rest are 118,000 because we removed the two that made this one up to 127,000 from the rest of the class. So it's showing you how it's going to be like. So that is actually how this works. So let's go back to our remove fee item and return these two, return the ones that we removed. Basic 2. So we now remove all, we now return everything. So we have returned everybody. Everybody is now paying this particular fee. So that is actually how this works for that. And if you want to do generate invoice for in a situation whereby you want to generate an invoice for your students, now in this situation is this is a situation whereby you want to print a hard copy invoice and give to parents. So you can simply go to generate invoice and select that particular class you want. Let's say it's basic 1 and click on generate invoice after you have selected the session and the session, the term, and the class. So you see the invoice displayed like this. So this invoice, you can just click on this. It's going to print out all of them, or you can just click on the print button on each to print, or you can print on the download icon to download it in PDF. So this is the invoice for each child, what they're supposed to be paying. So that is actually how this place work. And if you go to transactions, what we do in transaction is to be able to check those that have paid. Let's say for example you are looking, you made a payment, you want to reverse it, so you can simply come to this transaction after you have selected the year and time and just click on continue. When you click on continue, you're going to see all those that have made payments. So from here I can say I want to delete this payment, I want to get a receipt, I want to decline the payment, that I can do any action I want to do on this. So I'm seeing all those that are paid, the total amount that are paid, and everything will be listed here. So and you can also download these payments. So on the bank manage bank account, this is where I'm going to enter the bank details of the school, so that when they are receiving payment, they'll be able to select, oh, this is the bank the payment was made to, and I will be able to have the bank have the money go into that bank for accounting purposes. And I have enable online payments. We are in a situation whereby I want the student to pay online, and after I must have register with any online payment of my choice. So basically, we have a Paystack and Flutterwave. You're registered with them, and they'll give you a public and private key you can use to connect to their system. You enter the public key and the private key here, and then here you select enable. And once you do that, on the student end, they'll now be able to see when they want to make payment, they'll see that there's an option to use their card to make payment on the system. This is actually basically how to work with the to use the school income under the finance module. If you have any question concern regarding anything on what I've explained, please do let me know and do have a wonderful day. Thank you.